Brooks here. Welcome to the Single Moms Brunch podcast. Yes, we are going to chat it up, ladies. Yes, we are. Where we have conversations about mindset, opportunities, money, and definitely success. Go grab your mimosa, your eggs Benedict, or maybe even your egg wash and join the conversation. Hey, moms! Thank you all so much for joining me today. I am Lequita Brooks. Some of you all know me as, hey there, Lequita Brooks here. So thank you so much for joining me today for my very first podcast. I am so excited, ladies. I am excited about us chatting it up. And for the first podcast, we're talking about your desired lifestyle. Yes, your, not mine, but your desired lifestyle. And with this podcast, we talk about mindset, opportunity, success, and money. So with that being said, we're going to dive right into your desired lifestyle. And I know some of you are probably thinking, but Lequita, I can't think about what is my desired lifestyle. Like in this season of my life right now, all I can think about is this particular moment in this second. And you're like, you know what? My desired lifestyle simply means being able to go to the bathroom by myself. And that could be your reality because right now you could be overwhelmed. You're being mom, you're being dad, you're doing schooling at home, you're being the teacher, you're being the tutor, you're being the employee, you're being the business owner. So it's a strong chance. All you can do is just say, can I just go to the bathroom by myself? Others might be able to completely visualize what your life will look like. Wherever you're at, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Just visualize whatever your desired lifestyle would be right now. And for this entire month, since as we know, Valentine's Day is this month and everyone's talking about love, 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 and companionship. And companionship is great. Yes, it is great. It's amazing. And it's an awesome experience if you're with the right person. Well, for us, I want us to talk about fall in love with your lifestyle. Like your lifestyle is what's going to take you your entire life and how your experience will be as a single mom, how your experience will be when it comes to you being able to relate to your children or your child. You could just have one like me. But either way, your lifestyle dictates so much about where you're at. All right. So what does your desired lifestyle look like? As I said earlier, someone might say, all I can think about is I want to go to the bathroom by myself. So then my question to you would be, what do you need to put in place for you to be able to go to the bathroom by yourself? And I know y'all are like, this is really petty. But hey, for some people, that's all they can do. Others, I'll give you another example. So in 2005, all I knew, that was when my daughter was born. She's about to be 16 now. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's unreal. Kids grow up so fast. So enjoy this time. But back then, all I knew, that was like 16 years ago. So all I knew was I wanted to be the homeroom mom, the mom that's at the birthday parties, at the field trips, being there to volunteer. That's all I knew. And mind you now, I'm a single mom that co-parents, but I was a single mom. So it's not like I had someone else in the household, but yet this is the vision I had for myself. So in order to be the homeroom mom, I needed to have freedom and flexibility. So no matter what career I had, it needed to allow me to be able to go and come as I feel, because guess what? An office job is not for me. So even if it's as simple as that, what is that? What are your values? Like, what is important to you as a mom, right? A mom that is single. What is it that's important to you? Someone else might say, you know what? I can actually visualize this. What type of career would you want to have? Would you want it to be location independent? You might say, hey, I want to be able to work from my computer anywhere in the world. I want to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath condo with sheer, with sheer blinds or sheer, covers to see outside every single morning. I want to drive, an SUV so I can have space for all of my products or my trinkets for my business. Whatever that lifestyle is, just Visualize it. I want to have the resources to pay for my kids to go to college. What does your desired lifestyle look like? Right? So right now we're just visualizing that big picture. Like, what does that desired lifestyle look like? And it could be as simple as, I want to go to the bathroom by myself. Okay. Or it could be as extravagant as what type of house you want, car you want, how much time you want to spend with your kids, how much time you need for you. Because guess what? You need time for you. Yes, you might be a mom that's single, but you need time for you so you can replenish, refresh, so that you can truly be present when you have your child. How do you perceive the possibility of achieving your desired lifestyle? Like, what is your perception? What do you view? Like, in this social media age, I know it can be completely overwhelming because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in my 30s, or I'm not getting, or I might be in my 40s, whatever it might be. Everyone's living glamorous. They're all dressed up. They always look so couture and so put together. Listen, that is for the gram. So please do not feed into that. That is how we perceive those individuals, but we don't really know how they were living. Think about it. Remember TLC? Like they're famous. They've sold millions of records, millions, right? Like they were a household name, and we perceive, right, that they were wealthy, and we knew they had money, but in actuality, they didn't have any money because they didn't have the right team. So the perception was celebrity wealth, but in actuality, they were celebrity but broke. Okay. So think about your perception. How do you perceive your possibilities? And that means, how do you view that you'll be able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish this year? So no matter, you can have the same person making $50,000 a year, and one person could be like, oh my goodness, I don't have enough money. I can't do anything. I can't find time for myself. I don't like my job. I'm tired of doing the same thing every single day. And you know what? My life is so grim. Woe is me. There's no options for me. I'm just a single mom and I can't do anything else, right? That could be one person's perspective. Another person could be like, I make $50,000. I'm thankful that I have somewhere for me and my kids to live. Right now, I'm thinking of a plan in order to increase my income potential. I know that I might only make 50,000 today, but I know in the next, 3 years, 2 years, or a year, I want to earn 100,000, and they actually create a plan to do it. Same person, they earn the same amount of money, but how we perceive ourselves and the possibilities of us being able to accomplish something can be totally different. Like, I knew in 2008, all I knew was I had like 10 different hustles. Yes. I was doing loan closings. I was a notary. I had a dually truck to do a trucking company. I was doing hair shows, not even a cosmetologist. I was selling hair products. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. And what I did know was, yes, I had flexibility and freedom, and I had money to pay my bills, but I hate it. And when I say I hate it, all of it. So for me, it was like, I knew what the perception, like what I perceived was that, hey, I want freedom and flexibility, but I also knew I hated everything I did at that moment. So I had to do something different. I knew that I had the mental capacity to go back to school, and that's what I did, to get my master's in social work. But if I didn't perceive that, hey, you know what? I have what I want, but not in the package that I wanted, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I didn't like doing the hustles, but I like the freedom and flexibility. But I perceived that I could do something different and better and still be able to have the freedom and flexibility. So how do you perceive your possibilities of you achieving your desired lifestyle? I think all of us in life, at some point, you've experienced challenges. I've experienced challenges. So what challenges have you experienced with pursuing your desired lifestyle? So you could be the $50,000 person that says, hey, well, Lequita, I tried. I tried my best. I tried, but it did not work. You could be that person. And you know what? Guess what? I failed too. And I'm quite sure a lot of other people you know have also failed. But just because we fall, or just because something doesn't go the way we want it to go, it doesn't mean that we stop. We have to brainstorm and figure out what challenges, like what are our challenges and how we're going to overcome them, right? So one of the challenges I would just say, when I was in school full time, so I've already, packed up, moved like 3 hours away from my family. So I have no support. So yes, initially when my daughter was born, I had a support system. I was in Jacksonville with my family in Florida. But then when she was 3, I made the decision, hey, I'm going to go back to school because I want freedom and flexibility, but I want it on my terms and doing something that I actually want to do. But with that came the sacrifice of now I don't have any support. So one particular semester at FSU, the classes that were required were only offered at night. Could I go to FSU and say, hey, I'm a single mom. Can you change the schedule just for me? No, they probably would have looked at me like, who does this girl think she is? Right? So I had to think about, okay, I'm 3 hours away from all of my family. I'm at Florida State University, getting my master's, going to school full time, living in my cute little family studio housing apartment on campus at FSU. It's kind of off campus, but it's still FSU housing. What in the world am I going to do? Because FSU has a class at night, and guess what? I can't leave by the time she's 4, I can't leave my 4-year-old at the house by herself. So that was a challenge that I had, and I figured out how to overcome it. So think about the challenges you have, because guess what? I firmly believe every challenge or problem you have, there is a solution. So there's always a solution. Is a solution going to be ideal? Will it be perfect? Will it be easy to, accomplish? No. But I firmly believe every challenge has a solution. And if you have a challenge or a problem that comes up and you don't know the solution, connect with some other people that might be able to help you brainstorm. So what challenges are you having with pursuing your desired lifestyle? So from a challenge, the question is, what can you do to overcome the challenges that are holding you back from achieving your desired lifestyle? Right? So what can you do to overcome it? So for me, what I decided to do was simply, I said, hey, the next time I get my student loan money, we get student loan money once a semester. And at the beginning of the semester, what I did, I adjusted my budget a little bit. It was like, hey, I might not spend money on, going out to eat. We might do more crock pot meals. So then I can make room or have more money. Because mind you, I went to school full time, a full-time college student, going to get my master's in social work with a 4-year-old daughter, living in a city that's 3 hours away from home. So I had to figure out how to reduce some of my expenses in order to accommodate my solution. And the solution was naturally, hey, I need to hire a reputable nanny, right? Yes. And mind you, only going to school full time. I'm not working, living off student loan money. But the only solution that made sense was, hey, I need to hire a reputable nanny to pick my daughter up from her private school she was going to, take her to dance, then take her to her home, feed her in the evening, and then I would pick her up. So, and you're probably like, well, Lequita, I don't have the money. Guess what? I didn't have the money either, but guess what? You can find the money. So I'm not saying that everybody's solution will be a nanny, but think about what will be your solution. How are you going to overcome the challenge you're having? Because as I stated earlier, there is a solution for every single challenge. That in the day, it's about you reaching your desired lifestyle. And with my lifestyle, I wanted freedom and flexibility. And the way I was going to get there was by being a social worker and eventually going into private practice. And where things took a little slight turn, in which I am in private practice now. But, and we'll talk more about that another time, but whatever it is, whatever you're doing today, you're preparing today for your future. Okay. So what challenges are you having? And you have a challenge, you come up with a solution, and the most important part is making a decision to say, what date and time are you going to implement the things you can do to get one step closer to your desired lifestyle? Like, we might come up with might have the problem, we have the solution. Now you have to make a decision, like make a decision today. When are you going to execute? When are you going to implement this? So in my situation, I had to implement it like ASAP. I knew, like, hey, once I spend this student loan money for this particular semester, it's a wrap. Okay, I'm not going to get any more money. So it was a non-negotiable. I had to, once the money hit my account, well, prior to the money hitting my account, decide how I'm going to spend the money, and then from that, pay out all the expenses I needed to pay right then and set aside the money that I needed for the nanny. So in my situation, it was a have to do it right now. It wasn't something I could do later. In your situation, it might not be time sensitive, but you make it time sensitive. Like, don't just say, well, I want to do something or I'm going to do something. No, put a date and time to when you're actually going to do it. You have a problem, you've identified the solution. Now you need to put it into play. It's no benefit to doing all of that, but then you never act upon it to actually resolve the situation. So you have to actually do something to put it into play. All right. And you will never have the time, money, and energy to live your desired lifestyle if you don't see it, which means you visualize it, create a plan, which means you put together a strategy, and you live intentionally. You actually think about it, you're cognizant of it, and you're going to make it happen. So I'm going to repeat again. You will never have the time, money, and energy to live your desired lifestyle if you don't see it, create a plan, and live intentionally. I am Lequita Brooks. Make sure you go through these slides. If you're watching through YouTube, or if you're listening to the podcast, go back and listen to this again to make sure you answer those questions for yourself. So then you can actually prepare today for the lifestyle you want in the future. As I stated, this has pretty much been like a 16-year journey for me. This is not something that, that happened overnight or that just happened. No. So social media, society says everything is instant, but in actuality, no, there's a lot of little steps that happen in between time to help us get to where we're at today to live our desired lifestyle. So prepare today so then you can have your future desired lifestyle while also enjoying the present. Your child will not be a child for long, so enjoy this time with them while you can. For joining me today at the Single Moms Brunch podcast. Yes, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and tell all the other moms that you know about it. And you know what, Mom? I can't let you go without giving you a free gift. So make sure you go to www.singlemomsbrunch.com. Once again, that is singlemomsbrunch.com to get your free gift. I am Lequita Brooks. And remember, you